So welcome back to another in the series here of my built models. If you watched the first video, you would have seen a bit of an intro, but I'm going to throw this intro onto every video so you guys know what you're looking at. And basically, I'm going to be going over most of these models behind me. I completed before I had the YouTube channel started, so I'm going to be going through these bit by bit, quick little 5-minute videos, so you guys can take a look at the videos I've built. I'll talk about the model, some of the issues I had building it, how I liked or did not like that kit, and then some of the aftermarket, if there is any type of resin or aftermarket decals I used on the kit. And then at the very end, I'll throw up some pictures of the completed model so you guys can get a good view of what all these look like and what I went into, because there has been some interest. I've heard from you guys that you do want to see some more of these, and not all of them are going to have full up build logs. So you know, I can't do product reviews, I can't do anything on these ones that are built, so those are going to be included in these videos. So any of this series in this playlist, that's what it's going to be. So please don't come in here thinking you're going to get a full build log. So yeah, stay tuned. I will eventually have all of these videos done, and I'll have them all released. So stay tuned. And as always, my name is Sean, and this is Sean's Aviation. And just before we get into the video, something I should have been doing a lot more up till now, and that is just asking you guys out there, if you enjoy what you're looking at, if you like what I'm doing, go down below, click on the like page, subscribe to my channel, and by all means, please click on that little notification bell. If that way you guys get alerted when I do get more new content up. I usually try to do the what's on my desk monthly update beginning of the month. And I usually try to get a video or a series of videos released by the 15th, the middle of the month. So whether that's going to be a tips and tricks video, or an aviation history video, or my time-lapse videos of the previous model builds that I've got done, or an air show video, or some of my new product review videos I'll be doing. So I'm going to try to get something posted by the middle of the month. So please, if you're enjoying this, subscribe, like, and click that notification bell. Let's move on to the video. So back again for another one of the P-40 built model series. This is episode 3 in the series. If you haven't seen the others, you can go back and take a look at those. So this one we're going to be looking at AMT's P-40 F/L. So the F and the L models were Merlin engined P-40s. And it's a little bit different look. It's a little easier to tell if you look at a standard P-40. It has a intake near the top on here on the nose, and that's because the Allison was a downdraft carburetor. So the air for the carburetor was brought in from the top and then brought down into the engine and then used that way, whereas the Merlin was an updraft. So when the Merlin engine was fitted, the carb sits down here. So the intake looks completely different on a Merlin engine one, because one is, there's 2 radiators, there's an oil cooler, and then there is a filter for the carburetor. So the air would come in through here, updraft carburetor into the Merlin, and then out. So that's the easy way to tell. This area here looks a little bit different as well. Underneath, the exhaust doors look different on the Merlin engine F and L than it did on the early ones. As well, this has the extended fuselage, as I mentioned in the previous video on the AMT B model, that the molds had a tail change. So there's a seam here in the mold, and you can have different tails onto different models depending on what you needed to build. So you had a short fuselage and a long fuselage, and they were able to mix and match the tails as they needed to complete that look. So as I said, I built this one up as I believe this one is built up as an L. I'm not too sure the difference between the F and the L, so they both had Merlins. I think they were just in terms of minor differences in terms of fitment. So this one is actually one that was flown by the Royal Australian Air Force. So it's got the standard RAAF paint scheme. It does have a replacement wingtip on it. So I painted the wingtip in olive drab, because they would have used an American supply to get a pre-painted olive drab tip that they would have just mounted to the standard wing. So you get a little bit of variation in color there. Kit decals are what I used. I did build it with the wheels folded up. So it's a bit of work to get that, but other than that, it is very similar to your previous AMT kit. Beautiful panel lines. Cockpit is almost identical to the earlier kit. Everything fits together nice, and everything looks great. So as I said, it is painted up as an RAAF, Royal Australian Air Force bird, flown by 3 Squadron in 1943. So I mean, there's not much to show you on this one. I did mount it to the base that I made up, make it look like it's in the in-flight condition. Also gives me a bit more space on the shelf. I can then, you know, put 2 underneath and jack that one up, so it allows me to fit more models onto one shelf. Yeah, like I said, I can't really show much more. You've seen the basics of AMT P-40 already, and with the cockpit closed, it limits what you're able to see. But that is my build of the AMT P-40F/L Merlin engined version.
Thank you for watching, guys, and as always, if you are interested in any of the content you see, you can access my website at www.seans-aviation.com. You can see all the latest pictures of aircraft and museums and the build logs of all of my current models and past models on that site. And if you're interested in any of this content, please click the subscribe button here on YouTube to follow more. Thank you very much, and see you guys next time.